Hey everyone, today we are going to learn how you can create this cool particle effect in DaVinci Resolve with some few clicks. So let's get started. So in the edit page, open effects and search for fusion composition. Drag top to your timeline. Now increase the timeline to 8 seconds. Now go to the fusion page and drag down the P emitter node and then add a P render. Connect the output to the media out. Now go to P emitter and open region. Now set the region to bitmap. Now add a ellipse marks and then add a background. Connect them and connect the background to the P emitter. Now open ellipse node and adjust its size like this. Now untick the solid option and adjust the width of the border. Okay, that is good for me. Now make sure your playhead has the first frame and add a keyframe for the length for 0.0. Now move your playhead to the end point and adjust the length to 2.5. So our basic animation is ready. Now in P emitter open style and set the style to bitmap. Now add another ellipse marks and add another background. Connect them to the P emitter. Now set the color of background as white. Now open the second ellipse marks and decrease its size. Make sure your solid option has been checked. So we now have to decrease the size of the ellipse marks like this. Now in P emitter go to the size controls and decrease the size to 0.0591 and increase the size variance to 0.122. Now adjust the size over live chart like this. Okay. Now open fade controls and adjust the fade in and out value. Something like this. Now in the second ellipse we have to readjust the size of it, like we need a little bit bigger size. So this is okay, this is perfect. Now open P emitter. In the controls increase the number to its max at 100 and number variance to 39 and adjust the lifespan to somewhere around 63 and lifespan variance to 33.9. Now select the distribution at randomly distributed. Now in velocity slightly increase the velocity level to 0.005 and velocity variance to 0.02. Now adjust the angle like -65 and increase the angle variance around 415. Okay, then add another P emitter node and add another P render. Connect them. Now open the second P emitter and set the region of it at bitmap. Now connect the fast background on it. Now go to the style and set the style at bitmap. Now connect the second background on it. Now in parameters, open size control and increase the size of to 0.1772 and size variance to 0.5 and adjust the size of a live graph chart like this. Now open the fade controls and adjust its fade in and out value to 0.122 to 0.206. Now in the controls, don't change the number value. Increase the number variance to around 30. Decrease the lifespan to 71 and increase the lifespan variance to 48 and adjust the position variance to 0.04 and set the distribution to randomly distributed. Now increase the velocity to 0.005 and velocity variance to 0.018. Now adjust the angle to -60 and increase the angle variance to 307. Now connect the output of the p-render at the foreground with p-render 1. So this is how our animation will look. Okay. Now in the second parameter, go to the color controls and set the color to light green. And now open the first parameter node and in the color controls open color over live controls. Set the first color to light green or in the shade of light green and the last color should be some yellowish green. Now our clip is looking way more better. So all things are done. Now we have to just do the final touch and add a soft glow node after the p-render one and increase the threshold level somewhere around 0.575 and increase the gain like 2.8 and decrease the glow size to 5.5. Then add a highlight node and adjust its low value to 0.939 and increase the curve to 4.3 and decrease the length to 0.307. Now go to the merge, right click on blend, go to modify with and select shake. Now go to the modifiers, increase the random sheet to 13,420 and decrease the smoothness to 0.39 and increase the minimum to its half like 0.52. Now all things are done. Now our system needs some times to render this process. Then we will look how our effect is looking. So here you can see the cool animation and it is looking so beautiful. So if you learned anything from this video, make sure you like, subscribe and see you in the next one.